Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm going to be talking about PTSD, which stands for post-traumatic stress disorder. I don't have experience with it, but I thought it would be a good topic to talk about and define and talk about symptoms and everything like that and what leads to having PTSD. I don't know if this is going to be a long video or not, but it's not going to be short because there is a lot of information. I'm reading it from a website, and I'll put that website when in like the end credits or whatever you want to call it that I do. So let's get started. What is PTSD? Post-traumatic stress disorder can occur after you have been through a traumatic event. A traumatic event is something terrible and scary that you see, hear about, or that happens to you. Some examples are combat exposure, child sexual or physical abuse, terrorist attack, sexual or physical assault, serious accidents like a car wreck, natural disasters like a fire, tornado, hurricane, flood, or earthquake. During a traumatic event, you think that your life or others' lives are in danger. You may feel afraid or feel that you have no control what is happening to you. Most people have some stress-related reactions after a traumatic event, but not everyone gets PTSD. If your reactions don't go away over time and they disrupt your life, you may have PTSD. How does PTSD develop? Most people who go through the trauma have some symptoms at the beginning. Only some will develop PTSD over time. It isn't clear why some people develop PTSD and others don't. Whether or not you get PTSD depends on many things, such as how intense the trauma was or how long it lasted, if you were injured or lost someone important to you, how close you were to the event, how strong your reaction was, how much you felt in control of events, how much help and support you got after the event. What are symptoms of PTSD? One is relieving the event, which is also called re-experiencing symptoms. You may have bad memories or nightmares. You may even feel like you're going through the event again. That is called a flashback. Avoiding situations that remind you of the event is another one. You may try to avoid situations or people that trigger memories of the traumatic event. You may even avoid talking or thinking about the event. Negative changes in beliefs and feelings is another one. The way you think about yourself and others may change because of the trauma. You may feel fear, guilt, or shame, or you may not be interested in activities you used to enjoy. This is another way to avoid memories. Another one is called feeling keyed up. Another one is called feeling keyed up, also called hyperarousal. You may be jittery or always alert and on the lookout for danger, or you may have trouble concentrating or sleeping. This is known as hyperarousal. I'm sorry, I can't talk. So those are symptoms of PTSD, and basically what causes PTSD to develop. So like it says, someone who does experience a traumatic event doesn't always get PTSD, but for some people who like don't get help right away, or we're like everybody's different, but like for some people who are really traumatized by it, usually develop PTSD over time. And obviously another example is men and veterans who were in the war. Not sometimes, but usually when people come home, when the veterans come home, they develop PTSD because, they've witnessed a lot. So that's another example. What other problems do people with PTSD experience? Feelings of hopelessness, shame or despair, depression or anxiety, drinking or drug problems, physical symptoms or chronic pain, employment problems, and relationship problems including divorce. What kind of treatments are available for PTSD? One is called cognitive behavioral therapy. It is the most effective treatment for PTSD. There are different types of cognitive behavioral therapy, such as cognitive therapy and exposure therapy. One type, cognitive processing therapy, is where you learn skills to understand how trauma changed your thoughts and theory and yeah, and feelings. Another type is prolonged exposure therapy. I'm so sorry. Where you talk about your trauma repeatedly until memories are no longer upsetting. You also go to places that are safe, but that you have been staying away from because they are related to the trauma. So depending on how serious your PTSD is, determines which one you would go to. A similar kind of therapy is called eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. This therapy involves focusing on sounds or hard movements while you talk about the trauma. Medications for PTSD are available too. A type of drug known as a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, or SSRI, which is also used for depression, is effective for PTSD. Another medication called prazosin, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, I'll spell it, Prazosin, has been found helpful in decreasing nightmares related to the trauma. Can children have PTSD? They can have PTSD too. They may have symptoms described, what I described earlier, or other symptoms depending on how old they are. So children aged birth to 6 may get upset if their parents are not close by, have trouble sleeping, or suddenly have trouble with toilet training or going to the bathroom. Children ages 7 to 11 may act out the trauma through play, drawings, or stories. Some have nightmares or become more irritable or aggressive. They may also want to avoid school or have trouble with schoolwork or friends. And then children ages 12 to 18 have symptoms more similar to adults, such as depression, anxiety, withdrawal, or reckless behavior like substance abuse or running away. So it's not only adults that can have PTSD, children can too. Depending on, I guess how old you are when the trauma happens. But, either way, if you have symptoms of PTSD, or, you have PTSD, but you just haven't talked about it with anyone, or haven't considered getting help, I highly recommend that you do get help, because PTSD is really serious. It really can affect your life, and like I said, I have no experience, but from what I've witnessed, it really can, have it already does, but it'll have a bigger effect on your life if you don't take care of it, right away. So I don't want to be giving out advice about something I haven't experienced. So I don't have that much advice, but I think I gave enough information for you guys to understand what PTSD is, and symptoms, or if you know someone and you're curious if they're acting like at a place, if you assume that something traumatic may have happened, and you're worried or something, then those are some symptoms that you can look out for. So that's gonna be it for me talking about PTSD now. So yeah, I guess that's it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope I gave enough information. If I didn't, please let me know. I could probably redo the video and, gather more information. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. And remember, I'm always available if you want to message me, inbox me, talk to me, comment, whatever. So yeah. Alright, bye guys.